yeah, we'll see. Right. So, how are you getting on there, Hedge?
Getting there, I think. Okay.
Good.
So,
That's encouraging.
do you want to talk about who you think might actually handle this?
I don't know how these Y-wings are going to go.
Yeah,
I've got to be honest. This is
very different.
Yeah.
I like different. I really do.
Different is good.
I mean, as Hedge has commented, he and I have a very similar ethos, which if someone's flying a meta list, we are flying the exact opposite of their meta list.
Yes.
Which
probably also handicaps us quite a bit as well.
It probably does. I will admit that I've never made near top table. I've come close, but
whereas I have actually won 2 events.
You won your first ever tournament.
I did indeed.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's worth noting that the second one... So the first one I won was definitely with not a metalist, but along the way, I did beat a fat hand, which was in vogue at the time, doesn't it? Right, so...
I remember those days of fat hand. I think...
do these ones need to be different with the title?
Yes, they have a BTLA title.
Change,
so yes, there is a stigma attached to a lot of lists in a particular wave. Every wave, I think, or kind of year or period, whatever you want to call it, has its kind of boogeyman list.
Yeah.
I think for the first second waves, it was Swarms.
Yeah.
For waves 2, 3, and onwards, I think it was Fat Han.
Yeah.
Once we got to wave 4, I think Fat Han was still there, but then it became the Phantom.
Yeah.
The Phantom definitely became the boogeyman at the time. So much so that it was nerfed very hard.
Yes.
And I think
needed
it was a fair nerf.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Agreed.
Chris has the initiative, it seems. Just for note.
Okay, so
there's no crossover in pilot skills. Chris has higher.
There could be a crossover.
There may well be.
You've got to go right to the top of
there may well be. Y-wings.
No, right to the top of the scroll bar.
Y-wings can be vulnerable to crits, with most of their hit points being on hull.
Yeah. They can be vulnerable to crits.
Okay, so who have we got here?
We've got Ed Bradley, I believe. Yeah. So they're very vulnerable to crits. They have those 3 shields to kind of absorb a little bit of punishment.
Yeah.
But that's not going to last long.
No. Especially as they do only have the one green.
Yeah. Syndicate Thug 4 has its shields misplaced.
Okay, I'll get it.
I know. It's just whenever you get a chance to.
Yeah. So this is ion cannon turret.
Yes.
BTLA4, and what astromech is it?
It's Agromech, I believe. We'll have to check.
Yes, I think it is the R4 Agromech.
So do you want to...
Yeah, let's do this. X-Wing builder. Because we can pull up Ed Bradley's list.
Yeah.
Good call on that list, Hedge. It's a fantastic list, and it's very unusual as well. So it is Ed Bradley, and he's running
R4
Agromech.
R4 Agros.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So we're almost there.
So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this match because the last one was a blinder, and hopefully Chris isn't being exhausted by that.
We are.
We certainly are.
I don't know how it must be for the people playing them.
Don't forget to dash at the end.
Yes, there we go.
And yeah, this is going to be a fascinating exchange to see. I think we're going to need the to mark each Y-wing. Unfortunately, because of course they're all the exact same. It doesn't matter which one goes to which, but we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. But yeah, okay. Who's your? I hate to ask this, Max, but who's your money on? Who's your money on? If you're a betting man, who would you say? I'll put £5 on this list.
I think the X-Wings.
Really?
I think they have I don't know. I mean,
don't forget
they do lose their maneuverability advantage.
They do. However, they have a power advantage?
They do have power
because the primary and the Y-wings are only 2.
Yeah.
But don't forget the ion cannon does damage as well. So that's technically 3.
It does, but
also note they do not clear stress well.
They don't.
That's true.
Yeah.
X-Wings do.
X-Wings don't clear the stress.
So my opinion
here
is this is all going to be in the first pass.
Yeah. It's all going to happen there.
Yeah.
Assuming there is kind of a first pass, which Chris's list we've seen it does deal with flying formation. Those Y-wings can benefit by splitting themselves up and
They
making
could.
Chris have to work for each target.
Yeah.
Because then they can strangely flank the Force. He has to be careful there.
How do I?
How do you go back? Oh, that's fine. Okay. Stay there.
Okay.
And what we do is we find the... Oh, no, it's fine. The marker is already there. So we go ID marker. And so click that. Marker. And then 3, and then marker. And then 4, marker.
Okay.
Also, before we do anything else, I just wanted to check this because it's bothering me.
Yes.
Right click that.
So...
Scroll.
Yeah.
And slow that down. Because it's going way too fast.
Yes. Okay. So, and then shields here.
There
as
you
well.
go. Yeah.
You're getting better, Hedge. You're improving.
I still
Okay,
need
so
practice.
the Y-wings are moving. We're moving
They're
down.
in formation.
They're
We've got
formation.
two bombing. We've got a bombing formation of Y-wings and a strike run of X-wings coming at each other.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to meet somewhere near the atmosphere, near those two asteroids there.
Yep.
Almost like checkpoints right there, ready to go. Next door to it. There you go.
So let's have the Scum Y-Wings as numbers 1 and 2, and the
The rebels are 3 and 4.
3 and 4. Yes.
Yeah.
Now this is going to be tricky to keep track of. for
Oh
us.
yes, it is.
A little.
We're going to have to be on the dot with which one is
And
which.
we need to the X-wings as well.
That's true. We need to mark the X-wings up.
Yes. Oh God, which one's which?
I don't know.
I will find the markers for you.
Okay, so that's the Z95 down the bottom. That's easy enough.
Yes, easy enough. There's one. Presume that's probably going to... Wes Johnson's probably going to be at the back here. That's probably Wes. We can see them as they move, because Wes will always move last.
Yes, it's the
Well,
5 and the 5.
It's the 5 and the
so
5,
probably
yeah,
in the
which
Biggs.
I will go on through and find out.
I'm guessing Biggs will be at the back.
My guess is that... Actually, Biggs was at the front in the last
really?
one. Which is unusual. I guess
Yeah.
because you're thinking of when you turn around after the
Yes,
initial engagement.
that makes sense.
I'm going to go and find out, though, just so we know for sure.
Okay, so the Y-wings are turning in.
Okay, yeah. So my prediction is this is all going to be about the first pass.
Yeah.
If those Y-Wings ion, then Chris is in real trouble
Yeah.
after they come for him. Okay?
That's true.
If they fail to hurt that badly, or one of the Y-Wings take a lot of damage, then Chris might have an advantage there.
Yeah. If the Y-wings can ion and then get behind the X-wings.
That would be the key, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Now, worth noting, Chris does have a pilot skill advantage. Everything of his
He does.
goes after, which means those Y-Wings might have trouble just K-turning if they're already in the way.
This is true.
At the same time, he could block.
He could.
Very easily slow roll forward, get his focuses or target locks, block,
Yeah.
and then hit. And then if Chris has a massive pile up, that could really hurt.
I was right. Biggs up in front.
Biggs.
Hobby behind.
Okay, so that's Wes at the back, 2 Biggs in front, 3 Hobby, and that's the Tala
And the
there.
Tala's down at the bottom.
Okay, we're just saying.
Okay.
Now those
You're
irons,
on to-
I'm not sure Chris has quite taken it into account the fact that he's flying a very tight formation.
Yes.
What happens if you get an ion, and then a Y-wing say slides forwards and bumps because it moves slow?
Yeah. You got to move those Y-wings as well, don't forget.
So both
Yeah.
of them in formation, both of them in a joust. Yep,
This is going to be a pain to keep track of.
it is. Yes.
I've forgotten how bad it was having swarms on the...
Tell you what, Elliot. Let's number these 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you jump through, find out which one of these is which one of these? So keep so that way we know 1, 2, 3, 4. And we just have to keep those with the right ship. Would that work better?
Well, to be fair, because if we can keep track of damage now, we can then just keep track of
Oh
damage
yes,
here.
good point.
But yeah,
Yeah,
because
okay.
that's the point. That's why we got
Right.
numbers.
Well, both
Yeah.
of them are jousting.
Yep.
Chris's formation is just about holding. And there is
For
a
how
rock
long?
there is a rock in the way.
There's a rock in the way.
Dead
of
in
that
the way
formation.
for
both,
For both
fleets.
formations.
This is probably going to end better for the Y-wings than it is for Chris's X-wings, though.
Probably.
Because that...
those
could-
that iron could be really
Yeah.
dangerous for
Yeah,
them.
that's what I'm thinking.
Absolutely.
Oh boy.
However, the iron cannon turrets are only range 2.
They are.
Yeah,
1 to 2.
if Chris
1
can
to
get
2.
a range 3 first pass, that
Yeah,
would give
he
him the advantage.
A range 3 first pass, he could concentrate on one Y-wing, take it down.
He then also has the range 3 extra dice. That's 3 dice from an
Yeah.
X-wing. So he does have the benefit of a defense there.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
He's up on the deal.
So I think Chris should slow roll here. Should go 1 forward and
think you're
accept the
probably
range
right.
I think that's
3,
exactly what he's going to do.
accept
Yeah.
the range 3 pass. Yeah, and that way both fleets have to turn away or take damage from the asteroids.
Oh, this is gonna be. Ed doesn't think this is gonna take too long. Now I don't know whether it's him. Whether
we don't have a clock.
I don't. Oh, that's true. Yes.
Yes.
Correct that. We're gonna assume. How long do you think it's been, gentlemen? About 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Yeah, put it hour and 5.
Hour and
thereabouts.
5.
Yeah, something along those lines.
Well, Ed seems to think it won't take that long.
No.
So,
Let's find out.
And again,
is
Chris
that
is moving a
confidence
little
or,
bit. No, actually, that's about right. He wants to get into range 3.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be out of range,
Yeah.
and he doesn't want to be. He doesn't want to be too far away. He doesn't want to be in range 2. So
You got a good point. Is that overconfidence, or is that him thinking, I'm probably going to die to these X-Wing?
that's what I'm saying. Is he?
See,
I couldn't tell from the tone
Is
of
he
voice.
confident or pessimistic? It's one or the other.
I honestly
don't
couldn't
know.
tell. I couldn't tell, speaking to him. Hopefully we don't have another disaster in this match like we did with Chris in the last one. He'll be one away from killing a
It made for
Y-Wing.
damn good watching, though.
It did. He'll be one away from killing a Y-Wing, then he'll turn off and disengage and engage another Y-Wing.
Yeah.
Oh dear me! I wish you could lock size in this. That'd be much
That'd be
happier.
lovely.
I'm actually messaged Twitch about that saying, "Can you lock sizes?"
Yeah.
Okay, I think he's just in range 3 number 1 of. I mean, let's face it. I don't think Hobby's going to be firing it. But
Okay,
he's definitely
so
range 2 shot.
this is Wes.
Yeah.
So pink. 1.
2.
He's
deciding he is going for it.
Yep, this
Yep.
makes sense. He hasn't got the iron
Thank
cannon.
you very much.
He's not taking the eye on, so yeah.
Please, sir, can I have some more?
So 1, 2. Can't see what that is. So is that
I believe that
strip the
was
tokens?
nothing.
That was 2 of AIDS, was it? Yeah.
Yes.
The tokens are away, which means number.
He's done it pretty well. He's got range 3 on everything.
Oh. That yes.
Yeah.
I think that's in.
Hobby gets his shot. Is he going to?
And here's where Chris made a mistake. He should have target locked.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is he going to use? No, he's not. Okay,
Yeah, that's the thing. If he'd have target locked, then it'd be a
2.
good opportunity to use opportunities.
it would.
Then again, he's going to slow roll next round. So why would you?
Is he? Those asteroids.
That's a good point.
Right. So, was that?
That looked like it was fine because I don't
Yeah,
see-
if that 2
yeah,
of 8s.
yeah,
2
two
of
of
The
eight.
green
8s.
dice are just.
Oh.
These Y-Wings are working, aren't they?
The workhorses of the rebellion, but in this instance, pirate Y-wings are doing
1,
well.
2.
Another
Yeah.
2 hits.
Tala.
Not bad. That.
Looks like an evade.
One
There we go.
one
A
shield.
shield
One
off
shield.
number 4.
Right, so
One-
that's the third one. So let's swap them round. So we know that he's treating that front one as the third one.
Okay.
So and then I'll fiddle the others as required. So okay.
Number 3. That's actually. So then it's number.
Yeah,
It's the
number
front
3.
one that's
It's-
taken the
it's
damage.
It's 3. You're
Yes,
just
good
swapped
point. Number
them.
3. Yes, that's the one I want.
And it
So
looks like we've got
shield.
another shot coming this time for number 1. Don't know why. The one is taking a long
he's
range
doing the
shot
attack,
at Biggs. Focus. Well, spend it. You might as well.
Yeah,
Got no reason not to.
but plenty of.
So against Biggs Darklighter. Ooh, I just had a thought, guys.
Yeah.
Biggs is not going to be affected by that ion cannon.
No.
2
So,
of 8.
okay.
I was saying, why now? I needed you last game. Where were you then?
Well, to be fair, Big survived decently well last game.
He really did.
I think-
Chris's
it was a
defense
late game.
rolls didn't have an issue.
Yeah, it was his attack rolls.
Yeah.
And his choice of maneuvers.
Yes. This is
Yes.
right. Okay. So
Another 2. Blanks,
blank.
nothing.
Yep. No worries.
Nothing to it. That's the disadvantage with BTLA. It means that you...
You don't get mods on. Well, don't forget R2R for Agromech. If he
That's
spends
true.
a focus token, he gets a target lock for his ion cannon.
Yeah.
It's true.
That's why he's gone for that rather than the unhinged astromech.
Yeah, it is a good build. Right, so there you go.
Okay. So dun.
Ion.
That's the
Target
target lock.
Oh, that's the target
Yep.
lock. Yep.
And unfortunately, Big C is probably going to be heading towards an asteroid next round.
Yeah.
Vades, why now? 3 of Vades. Hello.
So that's the other thing. All of these target locks are piling up. That could start hurting.
Yeah. Especially since they can then be, well, they can just really mess with you, especially with
Yeah.
rerolls on ion cannons. That's when you don't want them to happen.
Exactly. Yeah. See.
You want the primary to be the main modifier, not the control. But the controller's going to keep that list in check.
Biggs hasn't actually taken any damage, has he?
No.
No.
No, he's been dodging all the shots.
Yeah, pretty much has been dodging everything.
Yeah. So,
I think Hobby's taking a damage now.
How?
Because look, I don't know why, but
because of range. It maybe Biggs was too far out of range. So, yeah, can you check the shields? So Hobby's taking a point of damage.
I'll go and check on the shields in place.
Hobby.
Make sure they're not stacked.
Yeah.
Right, so what would you do if in each player's situation here?
Ooh.
Difficult choices,
It is tricky. The Y-Wings, I think, can afford to just slow roll for a turn.
They're tougher, they're less affected by that asteroid.
They are. The X-Wings. Now, Biggs is a bit too close to that rock for that to be the best idea.
On the other hand, you could look at it, Biggs is going to die. He takes all the fire.
A misplaced token.
A misplaced, so no damage at all.
No, everyone's okay.
Biggs took one and he moved off Hobby by mistake.
Okay, so Biggs lost one.
Okay, Biggs has taken the shield. Well, that's fine.
Right. So what we were saying, what would you do in each situation here? Y-Wings, my personal opinion, I'm with Max here. I think the Y-Wings can afford to slow roll one.
Yeah, I think they can.
Now, here's the thing. I don't think Chris can afford not to slow roll one.
Yeah.
Because if he turns away, he doesn't get any shots.
Considering that that's probably what the Y-Wings are going to do. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he's got to.
Okay.
He's got to keep
Which
engaging.
is bad news for him. He was unlucky not to do more damage.
I think he should have realised where the engagement zone was going to end up and try and avoid that asteroid.
Yeah. yeah.
I think he turned the X-Wings way too fast. He should have had them go forward and then turn them in a sharp turn sooner.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's a difficult one.
You've got to wonder whether...
How do you approach something like that when you're in an X-Wing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to the advantage is he can take advantage of the fact that they don't have a 360 turret attack with them.
No,
so,
they don't.
Sorry?
No,
They don't.
Yeah, no, he
They
can take
don't.
advantage that they don't.
Yeah.
He can take advantage of
Yes.
that and outflank them.
But he's got
He
to
can.
turn to do it.
That is true.
And let's face it, an X-Wing isn't that much more manoeuvrable than a Y-Wing.
No.
No,
That's
not
the
really.
problem. They slightly advantage when they're stressed and clearing stress. Otherwise, those X-Wings are pretty much just as slow. And
This is where an R3A2 build for Hobby would have worked because only the 1 and 2 straight on the Y-Wing
yes.
is
Now,
great.
at this point, they want to do that. But
Yeah.
point taken. Right, so Y-Wing is...
I mean, at this point, yes,
moving
but
forward.
afterwards, not so much.
Yeah, exactly.
After this,
Yeah.
those Y-Wings are going to want to turn around.
Yeah, and fast.
Yeah.
So-
So, personally, in my opinion, 2,
Yeah.
1, 1. And resign yourself to the fact that you'll lose Biggs this turn, in which case the asteroid doesn't matter.
That's true.
I think you're right, is that you have to split your forces into 2 attacking flanks.
Ah, that one's going faster.
Interesting.
Okay. Yeah. And then these two are going to slow roll, 1 or 2 forwards. No question.
Yeah, that's
Stressing itself out how fast it's going.
Wow. Okay, so
That's-
no K turn for it next turn.
No.
I expect he's going all out for the kill. Or unless are these two going to bank? No, they're
No.
slow rolling. They're going to accept the asteroid next turn.
I don't know. A bank would clear it, although
That's true.
That is true.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. A bank or turn might be okay.
Yeah. I think Chris, if you're approaching this from now on, I would say that the best thing to do next time is to split the X-wings into 2 attacking forces of 2,
Yeah.
into 2 wings of 2, and attack from 2 fronts
Yeah.
on the Y-wings.
Absolutely.
Because the Y-wings want to stick together
Yeah.
as much as they can to kind of bear as much arms against each other.
Yeah.
You can outflank.
There's the
one group.
Tyler. Now, see, he's got a bit of a problem because that Tyler, unlike the Y-wing next to it, is going to have issues K-turning without going over the rock.
Yeah. Assuming it's not
Target
ions.
lock. Yeah, that's the problem. If he's ioned, this is the problem. He's in so much trouble if he gets hit by ion tokens.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in very much trouble if he gets
So
hit by ions.
there's Biggs.
There's
That's
Bigsy
Biggs.
boy.
Yep. I'm going to running out of space here.
I thought I made them small enough. Oh god, I put the token there as well. Let's put it there. That'll do.
That's close enough.
No,
Fine.
let's do that.
Put it on, Biggs.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Probably the wisest
In
choice.
fact, let's do it for everything because while they're intermeshed like this, let's make it easy for ourselves.
Okay, you're bumping. Oh dear.
I
that's
think-
Wes bumping.
I think that's why he did the 4
I think
forward.
that was
Yeah.
the
He
deliberate
didn't.
choice.
He. I think because he knew that Chris wouldn't expect that, and probably try to get Wes beyond the asteroid so he couldn't be ioned again next turn, wherever ioned. into the
Okay,
asteroid.
so I'd say this is not looking good for Chris at this point.
No.
No.
Okay. Attack from
That's
West. That's not a bad
3.
attack from West though.
No, that's
Yeah.
not.
What evade?
One evade.
Number
so
three.
Number
So that's 2 off.
3.
That's the.
Yeah, he's doing the right thing.
That's the shields away from number 3.
He's continuing to hit the target that he's already hurt.
That's a good plan. Yeah.
Every ion cannon he kills is one less he has to worry about. Strips the focus.
Yeah.
Yep, excellent.
Well, kill an ion.
That
That's
Y-wing
an
has
X-wing
not
that's
failed
gonna
to
be-
evade so far.
No, it's
That
Doing
one-
very well. So that's going to be.
Check those dice. Okay.
So that's going to be Biggs.
Opportunist.
Okay,
Oh,
so
no,
now
we
he's
are
got the
using
target lock. So
opportunity.
he did it right this time.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yep. Good choice. That gives
Absolutely
him 4
right.
dice.
Maximum amounts of damage at this opportunity.
Yes.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3,
4
4.
dice.
Through an asteroid.
Yes. But
Oh, nice.
he's re-rolling that one anyway.
That one
because that way he
focus.
can, and he gets
Yes.
it.
Gets it. That's
No
worth
crit.
it.
That's worth
And
it.
the blank.
Blank.
Ow,
that's
so that
4.
Y-Wing takes 4 points of hull. It is 1 point from dead. If he can kill that Y-Wing...
Which he should be able to. He
Should
still
be able
has
to.
Biggs and the Tala to shoot at it.
that will help
That-
massively.
Yeah.
So much.
That Y-Wing is.
Speaking
Okay,
of-
Biggs.
so here's Biggs.
3, it's dead.
That's it. That's
That's
dead.
it. It's
dead
gone.
Y-Wing.
Can't do anymore.
It's dead. So
Okay, so that is
I don't
going
want to change
to...
it. There's a if you go into ship bar, yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay.
Press cancel.
cancel. Yeah.
Go if you scroll.
Ah, yes, of course.
There's a overlay already for it above. Not there. That's the.
Oops.
There you go.
Number 3.
It's always the top thing.
Destroyed.
There we go. Boom.
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 There it
Okay.
goes.
Gone.
And finally the Tala. 1, 2.
Into number 2, presumably. Since it's the closest one.
Oh, was that?
That was the Tala into...
Yeah, number 2.
Did number 2 has he?
I don't think 2 took damage at all.
Oh, was it all eyeballs?
I believe it was all
May
eyeballs.
well have
Okay.
been.
I can't see the because the arm of Ed is in the way, but we'll find out. May I hedge?
Yes.
Get rid of this because otherwise it's going to confuse us.
Yes.
Yeah, that's gone
Good
away
point.
now.
Yeah.
3's dead. Which
There
is
you go.
going to help
Okay.
Chris a lot.
Chris has got. Oh, he's looking at it. What was he looking at? I wonder. I don't know what's going on here. It's
don't know.
It's a confusing scenario.
There's some pointing
They're-
going
they're
on.
talking about
Ed
something.
is pointing at his ships.
No, it looked, there was
Oh,
no damage.
there's some...
Right.
There we go. Now we're going on to the Y-Wing shooting.
Okay. So which one,
One
is
crit.
which?
One quit.
So this is this one.
That's number 1.
Okay.
Start
Yep.
with the furthest one away. I think that's
Yeah.
the wisest choice. Reroll that for.
Spend the target
2.
lock.
Target lock.
Yeah.
And
the
Then
focus.
spend the focus to get a target lock again. Yep. And then reacquire the target lock at Biggs. It must be at Biggs. So Biggs goes. Spend the focus token. Very wise. Yep.
Yeah.
So no damage.
Yeah. This is the Ion. Target lock. Turns that into 1.
Okay.
Which is
Evaded.
Yes,
Okay.
there we
Okay,
go.
so
That
he's dodged
helps.
1
That did help.
Ion.
It means he's got to spend another Y-wing shooting at Biggs again to ion him.
Well, he has
onto
to
the
shoot.
rock.
He'd have
got to
shoot
shoot- yes,
Biggs
yeah.
anyway. So
Yeah, that's true.
Actually, no, it doesn't because the ion cannon can be chosen, but Biggs is the target. So
Biggs
he
is
has to-
the-
yeah.
Okay. So, which one is this? They're not telling us which ones are shooting.
Yeah, well, I think it's not really. It's
yeah.
kind of the one.
It's a bit academic at this point.
It's that one. Okay, so let's make that number 2.
Oh, okay, we're moving things around again.
Here we are, apparently.
Well, fine. That's a shield,
shield off
from
Biggs.
Biggs. That's Biggs
Right.
out of shields. Oh,
And taking a crit card as
no,
well.
he's chucking his robot for it.
Good,
Okay,
good.
So, integrated astromech.
Yeah,
Probably
he's
the
integrating
wisest thing.
Okay.
I've already marked them as being,
And there's the ion cannon, 2 hit. No, one
One
hit,
hit
which...
goes through.
goes through.
Okay, so
But it's-
that is a point of damage on Biggs.
Yeah, that is indeed a point of damage. I guess that's what we was hoping for. Is that at least the ion isn't going to kill Biggs. It will just do a damage at maximum.
I think Chris has given Biggs up as a bad job this turn, especially given he's got to go on the rock
Yeah.
next turn.
Oh, look at that! 2 hits from Y number 4.
All he's hoping for Biggs is that he survives long enough to take the fire of the last Y-wing.
The thing is, if he spends the focus, he doesn't get a new target lock, but he's already got a target lock, so why would he need to worry about it too much? That's a blank out.
That's blank out.
Biggs
Biggs out.
dead.
Biggs dies. Ow. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
And
So-
BTLA still activates because he can form an attack against another target, can't he?
Is it against another target?
I think
or
he
is
can form another attack. You may form another attack. There
On
is
the
BTLA.
eye. Yeah.
You can after you form an attack, you may form
Yeah,
an
Yeah,
attack.
he
with
can
a
shoot.
weapon.
So
He
this
has
is
a target.
But
That-
will he
that's-
remember?
That's exactly what
Yes,
he
he
didn't
will.
want.
Yes, he will.
Who's he shooting at?
No idea. But it hits
Oh,
whoever it
hit.
does.
Who is that? That is
Ion cannon.
Who's that?
It's gonna be
Hobby.
Hobby's
Hobby's
going
on
on
Hobby
a
is the
rock.
next. Oh God!
He's
yeah,
gonna be
that's,
on a rock.
He's going to
that
be on
is
that
the right
rock.
choice
That-
there. Yeah. So.
That is going to. That's going to
Okay,
really.
see,
this
hurt.
is exactly what he didn't want. He wanted Biggs to survive another for one more shot, take that ion,
Yes, he did.
sacrifice himself for the good of the fleet.
As he does all the time.
Yeah.
Let's remove number 2 marker red so that
Yep.
we don't get
Yep.
confused about that.
That's Biggs.
Okay,
He's
that's
gone.
Biggs gone. Yeah. Okay. So now, having said that, with that ion, it now goes into Ed's favour.
Unfortunately, well,
I think
yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
Yes.
The one saving grace Chris might have is, what does number 1 do?
Where's
If it runs forward, if it runs forwards, it can't. Okay, so actually, it's not
Yeah.
what you're talking
Where's
about.
can K?
Where's Kincaid?
Yeah, number 2 can't K-turn.
Yeah,
No, it can't.
He has to
Number
do
1,
2
if it won forwards, it ends up on the rock, and it can't shoot any more than Hobby can.
Yeah.
That's going over a rock.
But that's
if he
fine.
Ks, he should be fine.
That should K.
Oh, yeah, it might be. Yeah, good point. I think it'll still hit going over the rock, but yeah.
You'll still go over the rock, but you'll be K
Yes,
fine.
you're not going to lose the action as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is good.
Action and attack.
So, no surprises here.
That Y-wing is K-turning.
K-turning, yeah, 100% expected.
Yeah, that is exactly what I would do.
Yeah.
So.
No, that is
Yeah,
the.
okay. This one
That is
can't
correct
K-turn. I think it can slow roll. I think if it goes one forward, it's got a perfect range 1 shot at Hobby.
That's what it's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll have the range 1 shot on Hobby.
Yeah.
But it'll have Wes sitting right behind
Whereas
it.
Hobby ends up on the rock, yeah.
This
Chris,
is not-
Chris has walked into this.
This
You
is not-
don't approach rocks with ions.
This is not. I wouldn't say this is not an interesting game, but it's a very to the point
Simple,
game. It's
simple,
simple.
yes.
It's to the point.
Yeah.
That's going over a
It definitely
rock,
goes over. There's no question there.
but that's not hurt, so that's fine. And now it has a range 1 shot on that.
We'll
on
find
that
out
Y-wing.
whether it's hurt or not soon.
Well, he
Problem
just
is,
rolled.
look,
Okay.
look at
It
what
was
happens
fine.
next turn. The Y-wing, number 4, can move forward and clear its stress without landing on the rock. That's
And
F95
Hobby doesn't
can't.
take damage either. And now
Would he be taking damage?
Hobby just
Hobby
rolled and
landed
it
on-
did.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
he
no,
landed
no,
right
no.
on it.
Yes, and now Wes comes along.
And Wes is going to presumably turn around.
Yes.
Yeah, he's going to be catering. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
See, look at that Tala though. It
Yeah,
can't
it's-
clear its
it's-
stress without
no.
turning away from the fight.
No.
Chris has chosen exactly the wrong place for this. The rocks
Yeah.
seriously worked in Ed's favour, didn't they?
They did.
Yes.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if that was Ed's plan from the start.
Totally.
Yeah.
It seemed to be that he was spreading his in a diagonal formation.
Yeah, ion people onto the rock. Yeah, Chris just can't do anything about it once he's ioned. Yeah.
I don't think this is looking good for Chris. It looks
No,
like an
no.
uphill battle.
Right, so
Oh,
That's a good
Wes,
shot.
That's a
though.
good
that's
shot.
a very good shot from
4 dice.
Wes.
Blanked
Nothing.
out, and he's going to strip
So
that
which
token.
one is he going to take it from?
Number one.
That's number 1. Yep,
Number
so
1
we've got
loses
that in the
all
right
his shields
order. So
and a hull.
shields down, hull, point of hull down, and that means he's got no mods for a shot.
And here comes number 2 Tala.
2.
Oh, yeah, with
not
2 hits.
too bad.
Blanking
Blank
again.
out again. So okay, the
2.
attacks are being very favourable.
But
in
it's
Chris's
not good
side.
enough. It's not
good enough.
Yeah.
But he will be able to kill that ship.
Oh, that was a
It's
crit.
Oh, it is
Blinded pilot.
It doesn't get to.
It's zero.
It doesn't get to
Does he get to
shoot.
shoot? Yes.
Okay, perhaps Chris can swing this
That's
round.
exactly what he wanted.
That's exactly
Okay.
what he wants. but
Number 2 can still shoot Hobby.
question.
Which
Yeah.
one is?
Question: does BTLA actually form an attack primary? Technically, can you then BTLA off that?
No.
The next time
no.
you attack,
Yeah.
you don't attack.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it. Roll defense dice.
Yeah.
Yeah. One is not going to be able to get a shot, and it's probably going to die before it can shoot again.
So this is a hobby.
At Hobby from number 2.
Yep. So
Oh, he's
the
ions.
target lock. No, that's the
That's
first
the target
shot.
lock. Yeah.
Then he
Yeah.
gets the target lock for the ion shot.
Yeah.
So hobby can be ioned again.
No, that is an ion token.
Oh yes, good point. Oh, was that number 1 shooting?
Yes. That.
Okay, so now number 2 shoot. Oh, so
number one-
blind pilot must be something else.
Hang on. Let me go over there.
Yeah.
I think there. I'll find out from now.
Target lock. Evade. Okay, so what's happening here? Can we see how much damage? So that's Hobby's.
Yes, but we're getting a
Hobby's shields
clarification
down.
on some
Yeah.
shooting that just happened that we're not sure should have happened.
Yes. Okay, well we'll do that for the moment, then we can fiddle it again if we
Yeah,
need to.
yeah, if we need to.
Yeah. Blinded pilot is you can't shoot, isn't it?
the next time you're
So
capable of...
number 1 shouldn't have shot at all. Number 2 only number 2 should have got a shot.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
And that looks like what we're resetting to. Yeah.
Okay. So what are the totals then? Is
Hobby
Hobby
has hull but no shields.
Hull but no shield. Okay.
From the looks of it.
Right.
Okay, he did think it was because he had a primary attack, then he...
Okay.
However, they've realised you cannot perform attacks, because, as the card
Yes.
says, so therefore there's no attack to then perform a second attack.
Okay. So Hobby is ironed, but he hasn't lost his
he hasn't
hull.
lost another hull. He's gone back up, essentially.
Right. Okay. So here we go. So
That's
what is
from
shooting?
number 2.
So this is number 2. Yep. So where did the iron come from then?
It came from number 2.
Number 1.
Isn't number 1 the one that was blinded?
Yes.
So how could it?
He's
iron?
not been ironed.
Because they just done the iron attack.
He's just on the iron from number 1.
They seem to be aware of what situation. Even Chris agreed that he should still have the iron token.
Okay. Because my understanding is after you perform primary weapon, then he couldn't perform primary weapon attack.
There is an argument he made. That's a very unusual. It's a very unusual circumstance, and he seemed to.
Okay.
He agreed.
As long
He
as they're
agreed.
happy.
They both agreed to whatever the situation was.
Okay.
I know they removed the damage, so maybe there was a situation in there.
Right.
somewhere.
Okay. So how are we looking? So Hobby has not taken any damage.
Because yeah.
Hobby has not taken any damage so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Hobby's not taking...
Hobby has taken not damage. He's
Yeah.
got shields down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Personally, I think you can't perform primary weapon attack, therefore you can't do the additional
The iron
turret attack.
attack,
Yeah.
I mean, if we
But
put,
as long as they're happy.
like pilot card, blinded pilot. Not blinded by the light. What the hell is blinded by the light? Blinded pilot card. So blinded pilot. The exact wording of blinded pilot is thus. That's from the old deck. He's running the new deck. Though.
No, they are quite right.
You cannot perform attacks after your next opportunity to attack. So this is this new
Yes.
one. After your next opportunity to attack, even if there was no target for an attack, flip this card face down.
So he couldn't perform an
couldn't
attack,
have done the attack
which means
at
he couldn't
all.
do a second attack.
Yes.
Yeah.
He could not have done that attack at all.
Absolutely. Okay, so we have some. So he's still going to be ironed. He probably won't clear that rock. Maybe. But he
gonna go over it,
he
but
can't
he's-
turn. And we discussed about that Thaler. That Thaler has no good way to clear stress without ending up on the rock. This is really not gone Chris's way at all.
Ooh. He could.
Whereas that Y-wing is
He
perfectly
could
fine.
keep the stress. Just go for it.
He could.
3 forward. Yeah, it's probably the best choice at the
He
moment.
would go over the rock again.
Yeah,
mean,
but he's not getting action
yeah.
if he keeps the stress anyway.
That's true.
Yeah.
So number 2
What it means
is
is
K-turning.
makes sense. Dear.
He's got to kill number 1
Yeah.
and do some damage, preferably on number 4. Well, any one of them. And
Oh,
what are you
God.
doing? What are you
That's
doing?
horrible.
That's right through the ship and onto the asteroid.
I think Chris must have messed up there. There's
Yeah.
no way he
That was an
wanted to do
absolute
that.
mistake.
That was a mistake.
yeah.
That was him.
That was a mistake because he takes damage after that as well.
Yeah,
okay,
and
so
he
that was
can't
Chris
shoot.
putting in a manoeuvre he didn't intend to.
Yeah, he wanted
Yeah,
to go the
and
other
he
way.
didn't. He
Lost the
didn't
shield.
even clear the. Oh no! What? Oh, it's all
Chris has gone
gone
all
downhill. He's.
Thing is, this time it was. I think it's more Ed blocking in this instance than it is anything else.
Should that Y-wing not have moved?
It bumped, I believe.
It bumped.
Oh, okay. How did it bump? Because it didn't touch.
That's a good
Hobby.
point. I think it did a slow roll, didn't
No, because it was already there. Because remember, it slow rolled last turn to land just inside the rock.
Yeah.
Shouldn't that Y-wing shouldn't be there, should it? I don't know what's going on either. Right, so what's going on? So this
That's
is
2 hits from something onto something.
so this is okay. So he's shooting that Y-wing
That Y-wing with Wes.
so as to clear the token. Yep.
Yeah.
So how many points of damage was that?
I'm not sure. There's just some...
According to Chris, he did a 1 forward and bumped.
Oh, okay.
Well, there we go.
It doesn't look like he did bump. Okay, never mind.
No, that's what he did.
It doesn't
then.
look like he hit the Y-wing because of the rock. So all the
It
shields
could be
gone.
that he activated 1 before 2.
Right. So now comes the.
That's true.
Which one is this shooting? And at whom?
That it looks like
So that's
Hobby.
Hobby takes a hull.
1 hit, an evade. He wants to evade the ion cannon shot there. Oh no, he didn't avoid it.
Oh dear.
he
So point of damage. Hobby's on 1 damage. Plus an astromech.
This has gone absolutely diabolical.
Utterly. This
Yeah.
is utterly failed.
It's nice.
Okay, so he's integrated astromech.
It's nice to see a Y-wing list doing so well, especially control Y-wings.
Yes.
But
One. Okay,
That's
so
dodged.
evaded, and the ion
then the
cannon
ion
shot.
3.
Oh!
no chance of evading that.
So that's Hobby taking another point of damage.
I think this is where we see the matchup, the bad matchup. The 2 ion tokens, because
Yeah.
even though you're close,
Doesn't make
It
any
means
difference.
it doesn't
Yeah.
make a difference, but he did take them.
Okay, so now this ion. 1, 2, 2. Oh dear. Dodged. Yeah.
It's
And
such
there's-
a,
What, 2?
it's such a shame. Oh,
Yeah. Hobby goes down.
Bobby's out.
oh, you know what? I just realized that Ed did a really amazing, good strategy. He bumped 1 into 2. K turned 2, so then 1 would.
Oh,
bump,
yes.
So then West would bump into 1 and not be able to attack 1.
Yeah.
That
Thus
was
1 gets to
Oh,
That's where the bump
very
came
well
from.
that's so diabolically good.
That
Yes.
is very, very good.
Excellent move.
Bonjour, Sikibi, and hello, Akizli Terrible, and
And so on and so forth.
Do you know what? I think we should make a show where we just pronounce the names of people on the stream.
Yes,
'Cause-
Right.
that sounds hilarious.
okay,
Don't put that there. Just put it next to them. Get rid of it.
okay. So ID marker, right? Oh, this has all gone so horribly wrong
The,
for
the
Chris.
X-wings are going to die.
Yeah.
That was such
You
a
might
great.
be able to take down another.
and I don't know what
Y-wing.
Chris was thinking with that.
I think he
no idea.
dialed in to
With
go
the
the other way.
with the Tala, yeah.
I think that's what he planned. Go the other way and then just end it
At
up.
least he
just got
can.
confused
Oh no, he can't
about
cater because he's still
directions.
stressed.
Still
Yeah.
stressed, and he
Oh,
has to
boy.
go over it next time anyway.
Yeah.
It's game.
It is.
There's no way that.
And
Chris
Hobby.
cracked this.
Oh god.
Wes.
Okay. Slow roll for Wes. 1 forward.
No, because the
The
Y
Y-wing will do the
Why
same.
will? Oh yeah, good
Y-wing will
point.
try and block
Yeah.
again, so it doesn't get attacked by.
But he can't K-turn because that one is going to come in and block.
Yeah.
No.
See?
Yeah, there we go. Here
'Cause
we go.
All he has to do is have Hobby do a 1, West do a 1 forward,
Yeah.
and that's it. He just bumps.
See, everyone thinks Ion is gone. It's been replaced by stress control and tractor beams.
No.
But Ed is really showing us what he can do with this, isn't
He's
he?
showing that you need money. You need a lot of them. You need to keep on shoving them on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Punch through 1 or 2 Ion tokens isn't enough, but when you've got 4, suddenly that's dangerous.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that as much as I wish Chris's list would win, it's not going
So
to.
K-turn.
No, this is going.
Now I'm beginning to wonder whether
Beyond
it
the
was
Y-wings.
it was kind of bragging from Ed saying.
It might be. This was not. Maybe he's
Yeah.
doing very well.
very, very well.
Yeah.
Praise to him. He's doing extremely
Oh
well.
no!
Oh
there's-
no!
oh,
So now
a bump again.
What?
he's running. He's running those fantastic control lowings. You not only Ion, you force bumps because you move
Yeah,
first.
yeah, he knows.
It's a
he absolutely-
fantastic
damage on the
oh,
Tala.
that's the
It's a
Tala.
fantastic strategy.
Yeah,
It's
and he's
excellent.
flying it so well.
The Tala has no shields at all.
Tala has none shields.
shields,
I think
okay.
we missed a.
Yeah, we did miss
the rock
an asteroid
damage.
rock damage last
Yes,
time.
that's right. When he landed up.
Oh,
And
does he fit?
Wes.
oh, come on, please fit. Please fit.
Okay. Yes,
Yeah.
he fits. Yes, he does.
Yes!
Okay, so number 1 is going
Blast that Y-wing into smithereens.
You're going to get ironed by the other two, but take
now,
that one.
now he's thinking target lock focus, target lock focus, target lock focus.
Well, I don't know. That's the one Y-wing without a shot.
Yes.
Do you strip the token off number 2 instead?
Oh.
Hard to say.
Because otherwise that
Nice
Should have focused.
shot.
Who's he sacking?
That Y-wing.
That one.
That's it.
That's-
Yeah,
That'll do it.
that's it
That's
down.
that thing dead. Okay, 1 is dead.
So number 1 goes down.
3 crits as well. What a way to go.
If only that had been earlier.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's not been removed from the board. It's conspicuous by the fact
No,
that
there it
goes.
goes.
There we go.
There it
There
goes.
we
Pop.
go. Okay, so Chris has halved the
But now,
Y-wings.
yeah, but
But
now
the other two are
that one has
untouched.
that has modified shots on Wes
Yeah.
for.
It does.
Oh god, this is painful to watch,
Could
isn't
be-
it?
To be fair, he can't K-turn the Tala next round either because look where that rock is, just in front of the Tala.
Yeah, he should have done a.
Yeah.
Oh dear, should have done back.
Yes.
Yeah,
wow.
Ed is flying this so well.
Very, very
Right,
well.
so-
This is-
Ooh! Wes lose his shields.
That's Ion. No, that is primary. You're right.
Shields. And takes a point of damage. He's thinking about his astromech.
that
Yes.
looks like a crit.
It was-
So
He is. I think he's popping it. Yeah, he's
Well,
popping
the
it.
robot.
There goes the
Yeah,
integrated
so,
astromech.
okay, so Then comes the ion cannon.
One. Just
Oh,
one.
okay.
Is this one
But
that's
it's got-
firing? So number 4, because otherwise he'd have done the target lock.
I think that's
No, that's hitting.
ions.
Oh,
That's hitting. Wes
down.
goes.
Bless you,
Excuse me.
mate. Well, I don't think this match is going to last 35 minutes.
I don't know. Shall we get them in here?
We should, yes.
Good, yeah. Yeah, we'll.
Right,
I'll have
down
five.
go. Oh,
There goes
God,
Wes.
there goes
Oh,
Wes.
dear.
Yeah.
No, a
dear.
shieldless Tala cannot do this.
No.
No.
Those
Ow.
Y-wings
Game.
are undamaged.
It's game at this point.
Yeah. There we go.
It's I so wanted this to do well, and then the final
I
hurdle
know.
is fallen.
But no, Ed, I must say, Ed has set this up so well.
He
With the
has.
rock, he knew the rock was to his advantage. He knew he could bump like that. He's thought about what he's doing with his things. And the thing is, Chris walked straight into it though.
Yeah,
did,
he
yeah.
did.
Yeah, as you said, if he just split up so that those Y-wings couldn't clear stress
Yeah.
without turning.
And had to pick.
turn.
The best thing to do is have your 2 attack forces at 90 degrees.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because then they can.
Not,
they have
not
the
just
time.
over a rock.
Yeah,
Not
and
just
that.
he can force you onto rock. You can't
Yeah.
force him onto rocks. Yeah. Oh dear. So yeah, Ed really knows what he's doing. I'm so
does.
impressed by this.
Yeah, it's a very impressive list.
It's.
Right. So one roll. Ooh, has he made a mistake?
This could be.
No.
That's a. I don't know whether that's straight or not.
No, that's on the rock. That is on the rock.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
so.
okay.
Yeah, it is on the rock. So first mistake from him. Is that a point of damage?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Well,
Number 4 loses
number
a
4
shield.
loses its shield. It's large.
got
shield.
plenty.
Got-
Oh no, so it's got plenty of hit points still. Number 4. Oh, it must have taken damage somewhere. I didn't.
Yeah,
see.
that we didn't realise.
Okay, so-
That's something, which is better than nothing, but still.
Yeah. Okay. And
not
that
enough.
one K turns again. Yeah.
Of course it does.
Now, Chris, is he going for? Is he trying? No, he
going
can't K
past,
turn. Yeah, because he turns straight towards a rock.
Yeah.
I think if I say something about Chris is that he's only thinking a turn ahead. He's not looking further forward, is he?
Yeah.
And that is really starting to come back to
Because
him.
all Ed has to do is eye on him,
Yeah.
and then he's going
Yeah.
towards a rock next round, and then he'll probably cater on
Tyler
the rock if he
dodges.
survives.
And then he gets his
Yeah.
ion cannon. Ooh, 2
Two.
hits.
No enough.
Yeah, so that's a point of damage and an ion token. Oh dear, yeah.
I would just at this point I hate conceding, but still I would just it was
Yeah.
a good game. I'm not going to survive this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a war of attrition. That was
Very
that was
much
very
so.
a
So
war.
that Y-wing will come in a 3-turn that way, or maybe a 2-turn because a 3-turn is red. This Y-wing, I'd actually leave the stress on there and I'd bank in this way because we know Ed knows exactly where the
tower's
Tyler's
gonna
going to
be.
be. Get into range 1 is
Yeah.
better than clearing the
weapon.
stress and not having a shot. Yeah.
It's true.
Huh?
Yes. Sorry. Go.
I'll get rid of these.
Yep.
Shove them over there.
Yep. So.
It's a shame. I really did want this list to do so well.
Yeah.
But
We are seeing a virtuosity fly. Someone who knows exactly what he's doing with his list.
I like both lists a lot.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do.
I almost think the
People just go for the easy turret
I
option.
almost think
But this shows what the BT
I
is.
almost think
works.
it's too
This
simple.
works very nicely.
But it
Yeah.
works. It works.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, so
There
as
you go,
predicted,
2 bank.
range 1.
Yeah, you've got the range 1 shot there. That's
Yeah, go for
that's the Tala.
Yeah. Okay.
Dude.
And is it 2 or 3? He's going for the 3, taking the
It's only
stress.
3, take the stress, but get the shots.
He's going to kill it this turn. He
Yeah.
doesn't care about the stress. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. And
He's got 4 shots to do it in.
Yeah.
It's fine.
There's no
he
way
needs 1
this-
damage.
Yeah.
Random letters. The numbers are there for a reason.
Okay. Dun, dun, dun. So 1 hit. Focus. Otherwise he dies. Yeah.
Why not?
But then the ion cannon comes.
Yeah, and that's gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Maybe it doesn't the next one. Well.
There's only
One.
1.
dead.
Boom.
There we go.
I
Yeah.
have to admit, there is one thing I have a problem with this list with, and that is it's a great list
Yeah.
for scum.
Yes,
this would not
it doesn't
work
work
as
for
a
Rebels,
list.
no, because
No.
they don't get that spend a focus, get a time.
And this is where I think Rebel Y-Wings do need a bit of a push.
And
I
just
think
generally
you're right.
Rebel Astromechs.
Rebel Astro,
The
yes.
Scum Astromechs are so much better. There's a few
Yeah.
exceptions, the Shield regens,
Yeah.
but overall I think the Scum have
I
much
think
better.
I think that's why people would complain, saying, "Nah, Rebel's got good astromechs." No, they have a couple of good astromechs.
They have
Yes.
some astromechs
Yeah.
that are very useful.
that are very useful. However,
unique Astromechs.
astromechs
Yes.
that are very expensive.
And it's worth noting
Yeah.
it's the R4 agromech that used to make the Jump Masters work.
Yes.
Yeah. It's an extra action a turn. How can you not...
Yeah.
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 Okay.
It's
I'll go
very
get them.
good.
I'll go get them in.
Well, let me get them. I'll use the toilet because they're going to want at least a few minutes to pack up as well.
Yeah, of course they
So
are.
I'll use the loot and then come back.
Yes.
With them.
Well, oh my goodness. That was
that
such
was-
a... Okay, if we have Paratini on top list, I'm overriding that.
Agreed. I don't want to see. We've seen that.
We've seen it. We want something different.
Yeah. I mean, yes, we had Chris's list twice, but we wanted these Y-wings. These are some interesting
X-Wings.
No, we wanted the Y-wings.
We want both, yeah.
These Y-wings are... That was
That was a good match.
a very interesting set of Y-wings.
Yeah.
Um,
That was painful, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting that Chris took the initiative. Because it was, I think it would have been a roll-off, so it would have been whoever got it. I don't think it would have mattered either anyway, because of course Ed's list being 2 wouldn't have mattered at all.
No.
So yeah. Let me reset things back here, back to as they should be. Because last thing we want is to extend the setup time of the next round. And next round is indeed the last round. So have you enjoyed today, Max?
Yeah, we've had some interesting matches.
I think interesting is the right word.
I don't think many of them have gone the way I was expecting them to,
All of them seem to have gone completely in
which
the
was
direction.
really, which is good.
Yeah.
I think that makes them more interesting.
It does make it much more interesting.
So yeah, no, it's been a good tournament.
It has been good. We've got 23 people,
Yep.
which is very small for our tournaments, actually.
It is.
We usually get a lot more. But yeah. ID marker, there we go.
We're just going to tidy up and then they will be through in the next few minutes.
I was just
Excellent.
asking, what do you think? How the day has gone, in your opinion, Hedge?
It's been fantastic. The first couple of matches were, they were sort of, they're fairly well organised. They were fairly well cleared early on. They almost lost in deployment, as it were. That third match again with Chris, though, and we were so involved, weren't we? We were just right down
That
to
was
the wire.
fun.
It's not the wipeouts that are fun in X-Wing.
No.
It's the right down to the wire. The 2 points, the one shot, the single dice to win or lose.
Yes.
Those are the good games.
And that was one of those
Yeah.
games.
That was one of
The
those
ones
games.
the ones where you can never quite tell where the advantage shifts
Exactly.
all over the place, and you can never quite tell who's going to.
I'm reminded
who's
most
going to come out
strongly
ahead.
of the other stream we did a while back where Max was playing against Chris.
Oh, the escalation match.
Escalation tournament at the 120 point level, and you lost your 2 ace A-wings very quickly. We thought it was all over for
Yeah.
you, and then you pulled it all back with Sabine Wren, a K-wing, and a single prototype pilot.
Pilot.
Yeah,
That was amazing to watch. I remember that
was
match.
fun.
exactly.
That was a
yeah.
fun game.
And I think I'll say that best, Chris. He always gives us good games.
He does. I don't
He
think
does.
I recall a single time he's ever given us a bad game. Win or lose, he gives us amazing games.
Exactly. And I say Max is probably similar. Max always gives us good games on the stream as well, don't you?
I do remember that one. That one was fun.
That was
I
utterly
think that was the one
epic.
where I got 2. I took down 2 Z95s with 1 bomb.
Yes, I remember that. We were amazed by the fact that you managed
Yes,
to kill
you
2
did
Z95s.
such a good job there. And to be honest, I mean, it's been interesting watching Chris here. We've talked about how Chris obviously knows his list. He knows
Yeah,
what it's capable of.
absolutely.
He keeps together.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's also interesting that there are definitely mistakes and errors he's making.
Oh, yes, yeah.
So I'd say I don't know. I think Chris probably doesn't look as far ahead as he could. And he probably gets so concentrated on what his list does that he doesn't think so much about other people's lists. Does that make sense? So, but even so, he's a really good player, and he's doing really well with X-Wings.
Yeah.
which
Yeah,
I love.
yeah.
I love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice to have them actually doing something.
Exactly.
I agree. So, I kind of had a word with Max, and I think for the final
I'll
round...
shuffle over here and let our guests go here.
Yes, yeah, I think that's the best idea.
I'll wait here until they come through.
Top table,
Yep.
if there's not a Paratini or any list that we've seen on the top table already.
Okay, yep.
And then if there is something we've seen already, we go for whatever the other lists that we want to see. Either the Ghost and the U-Wing. I want to go for that.
My feeling is we should go for a high table because it's the last list of the day.
Yeah.
I think high table at least guarantees good play from the people involved. You know,
I think we should see,
Demonstration.
because I do think there are other lists that people would might. We can debate it when we actually know what the actual standings
When we can
are.
see when we see who's going to be
absolutely.
flying against each other.
Yeah. So speaking of which, at the moment, what do you think is going to be on the top table?
I think that Paratini list is going to be quite up there.
There's two of them, of course.
There's
which
two of
doubles
them.
the chances.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I think they're going to be
That's got a
high,
decent chance
and a
of getting in there.
76% rate of success is not a bad chance
That's
either.
good. Yeah. For me personally, I think the other list it's got to include defenders of some kind.
I agree.
Most
there's going to be a
likely.
defender in the top table
Yeah.
at least.
That
Not
seems.
surprising.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if there weren't defenders. Up there.
So but we're seeing some other things, and so that was. I think it was a bit one-sided in the end, but that was a really good match, and I think full marks to Ed. He obviously knows exactly what he's doing with.
Well,
this
like I
list
say,
there.
he's flown it in a way which I've never seen people fly iron control before, which is not just using the iron control, but using the fact that you can block to your advantage.
Yeah.
And you have the double tap for power.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
it's worth noting, Chris also fell directly into his trap.
Yes.
Don't lesson for people there. Don't fight an iron control list with an asteroid in the middle. No.
Yeah.
That was just
Bad
it's
idea.
horrible to watch.
Bad
wasn't it?
idea.
He banked in when he should have gone forward faster and then turned in.
Exactly. If he didn't have that asteroid to worry about, if he was ironed, it wouldn't have been as bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're still going in the wrong direction, but usually Ed wants to make sure a ship gets iron.
And the thing about those Y-Wings is, because they're so low pilot skill, they have real problems turning past higher pilot skill ships.
They do.
Yeah. So, so what happens? Hello!
Hello!
Lenny and Ed, welcome. Grab a seat.
It's hot out there.
Should we move the radiator out of your way?
No, it's fine.
Chris, come and grab a seat as well.
Hello.
Move out of the way.
Here.
No.
I'll sit on it.
Hold on a minute then. Fiddle about with it from where you go.
Fantastic.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
So that was quite interesting match.
Told you it wouldn't take long.
Well done,
Yeah,
Ed.
yeah. Was that confidence or was that just not?
Just the nature of the list. You know, it wins big or it loses horribly.
All right.
Yeah.
It's kind of a big go big or go home kind of
Well, we
list.
were both running jousted lists, so
Yeah.
it came down to the joust and then whatever wasn't in smoking ruins after
Yeah,
that.
jousting over an asteroid.
Not the greatest plan I've ever had.
Deliberately. Is that a trap you try and draw people into?
Ironing people is great. Ironing people onto asteroids is just even better.
Okay.
And I wanted a bit of cover because he was firing before me.
Yes.
You know, he had the higher pilot skill and all those 3 dice attacks, so an extra.
Yeah. I've got to say, we were looking at the stream, looking at the video, we were really impressed. You obviously knew exactly what you were doing in the list.
Yeah.
Is this something you've flown a lot and have practiced a lot with?
No, I made it last night and had 3 practice games before I came in today.
An early start then.
Yes, I did that with my list. Not something I've used before
But
on
Chris,
stream.
we were talking that we know you like your X-Wings. We've seen you use Hobby, we've seen you use Wes, we've seen you use Bigs a lot.
You're perhaps one of the
I should
best
probably-
X-wing players.
I
Yeah.
should probably use the other ones. I can't remember who I was having a conversation with, and we did a bit of totting up, and I worked out that the Hobby in that is the same amount as Wedge with R2 Astromech. So you could just take people's stuff, and then like, oh, I'll shoot you 1 less agility. So
Yeah, but
Taking a stress to give yourself an extra attack dice and then taking it off to annoy people is really
oh yeah,
good.
no, it's
Nice.
it's
Nice,
I
yeah.
see you
Yeah.
have no greens. Well,
More like,
you met our Lord and
I
Saviour
see.
Hobby.
I see. I've taken all your greens from you.
Oh no!
How would you look at that?
I
This
think
is just going
R3 Astromech might have worked better for you because then you could add up your own kind of control. I think your Ys might have struggled then because then you couldn't K-turn with certain ones. That
Does
might...
remind me what R3 does?
Basically, you can take a stress to give a stress.
Oh, R380.
R380.
Yeah.
Oh, right,
Yes.
yeah. I did one test run last night with the debris clouds instead of asteroids.
Didn't
No,
work
Y-wings
out.
don't like stress,
No.
do they?
But on the other hand, I think there might be a rebel version of that list with R3A2 on one of the.
We were talking about that. The one thing is the rebels don't have an astromech that does what the
No,
similar to what the
agromech
agromech
does.
does,
No,
yeah.
but you could take targeting astromech because you K-turn a lot with that list.
That's
yeah,
a
so
good point.
it would give you,
It's true.
it would give
And
you
plus, you've got the red 3
Yeah.
turns as well,
It
which
would give you a
you-
target lock when you K-turn, but on the other hand, it wouldn't give you a target lock when you go head to head.
No,
with it.
sure. And having
And
the
you're-
modified dice is good, especially
Yeah,
against
because you're
that.
modifying on both of the attacks, which is why
Yeah.
R3A2's.
Yeah.
Oh, R3A2, sorry.
The agromech.
Agromech's so good
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's like, oh, I'll hit you with my guns, focus up, I'll hit you with my
Yeah.
ion.
Absolutely. So, just for the record, how are you guys doing today?
I've got 2 wins, 2 losses.
2-2,
I'm 3-1 now.
3-1. What did you lose to?
Paratani.
Paratani.
Not
We
surprising.
were talking, yeah.
Paratani.
Wojtek.
Yeah, we were watching him previously, and there was it looks like a powerful list.
You had it. You had it.
We'll talk about that in a bit. Talk about the Okay, Chris, if you had to play
I
that,
think he's going to kill me.
if you had to play that game again, how would you approach that?
Not go over the Astra. I was like, right, you know what? I'll bring him the Astra with you. Split him up. I was like, no, it didn't work like that.
You should have sped forward, then turned hard and avoided the
No, I
whole
should have
block.
gone in the middle of the board and done it on like the other side, the open area there, because he would have at least ioned me. Because what he did was he ioned Hobby and then put him on a rock, and
the
then
thing we- yeah.
that's the thing.
The other thing we were talking about was perhaps splitting into 2 forces, because as we said, you don't like K-turning. If you K-turn, you only ever lose your stress by going straight forward.
Mm-hmm.
How would you have dealt with 2 separate forces coming in like that?
Probably just killed the one.
Well, I mean, generally set up in the middle, 'cause
Yeah.
then people are extra scared because they're near the edges.
Yeah.
You know, so pick one and go for it. But up against Wojtek, he was 2 big ships on one side and Fenrir blasting up the other side.
Yeah.
And I knew I had to get Fenrir off the board or lose. And turned to him. But he was past me already.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, Fenrir does that.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you having fun today?
Yeah, I always have fun when you come to Athena.
Excellent.
Oh, thank you. We're glad to hear that.
It's fantastic.
Although it's very hot out there.
Yes,
There's a lot of people.
I blame the Pokemons.
I'll edit that out.
Shh, they won't know.
That's true. They won't watch this. They won't watch this. Okay.
The TO trod on my Death Star train.
Oh,
Yeah, that's right.
never mind. Okay. Yes. But yeah, and of course we got one more game to go. What would you like to face? What would you not like to face?
I mean, can they just give me the win? Great. No, it's not gonna happen. I don't know. It's all horrible and nasty out there, which is great. It's me, my T65's like, guys, hey guys, and defenders and this Fenrir.
Yeah.
There's your X-Wing list.
It's like I got some X-Wings. They're like things, right, guys?
You have done really well with your X-wings in the past, haven't you?
If I get lucky and I get a bit jammy and I just like take stuff from people and be like, you're banking on having that. No, you don't have that anymore.
Is there a hawk swarm out there?
Ooh.
Oh no, don't talk to me about Hawk Swarm, man. Don't go there.
For Hawksman.
I got bad memories back.
No, man, you weren't there.
Yes, very much. There was a rebel version and someone made a scum version and it was even more delightful.
What about you? What would you be your
I'll take
ideal list, and what would be your nightmare list?
I'll take anything with low agility,
Yep.
and I'd rather not face Fenrir again.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
That job.
There's
Yeah.
not that many scum lists floating about.
There's only 2 or 3.
I'm surprised that there's about 3 or 4 rays out there, and I was like, I thought it was just going to be low rays. And I'm like, let's bring something that deals with ray. 'Cause I really don't. She's atrocious. She really is. It's like, oh, Finn, hello, range band 1. Here's some dice. Here's some rerolls.
Okay.
Your ship's gone.
Yeah, Y-Wings aren't a big
Just
fan
take
of
them
5
down.
attack dice either.
Yeah.
Yes,
No,
yeah.
no, that's-
We even saw that when you were on natural 4 hits and crits, your Owens were starting to then be swatted off the board at that point.
Yeah.
Have you would have kept that up, that probably would have meant
Yeah,
that you
if I,
maybe shifted it in your favour.
Like
but-
shoot when you're a rock.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
a good plan.
Yeah.
Good plan, plus Chris.
Quick question here. The one thing we're seeing more often than anything else, with apart from the TIE Strikers, which are new, so people are testing out, TIE Defenders. X7 title, of course. How are you guys dealing with those? Have you come up against them?
I haven't come up with them yet, but usually...
I think you've been lucky. I think about half the lists in today you must have a TIE Defender in there.
7 out of 11.
The thing about the thing with the Defenders is it still works quite nicely against them because you just hit them with attack, you force them to spend a token, usually, most of the time. And then you just take the other one, and it's like,
and then everything
cool,
else.
Okay. And then everything else just shoots them. You got opportunist fire, and that's why I've grown to like Wes quite a lot, as you've probably seen, because he does tend to turn up now and again.
He does.
Is that he works against token stackers quite nicely. He works against everything else. It was a little bit more difficult with his Vortec because he had other tokens, like he had
the
double
You did
frames
seem to have-
was being shit.
Yeah. There's a limit to how many tokens you can stretch that way.
The Paratini is one which we are concerned about, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, absolutely.
The key thing is you guys are having fun.
Yes.
Yes. Right, and then I hope you don't mind, we're going to take a slight detour. Chris,
Hello.
your third game.
I was entertaining one of the day.
I'm going to let Elliot take over here.
You had it!
You were winning
You
that
could have
game.
K-turned and killed Manaru and then it would have been all over very much
Yeah,
then.
you had a turn where you could K-turn with all three of your ships.
Blast Manamu out of the
Built
sky.
built a kill box where both Fenrir and Manaru would have had to go. Manaru on 3 hit points. And instead you did 2 forward manoeuvres.
There's a reason head just sitting between you and me at this point.
You could have. You
Is
could
it all
have
a
won
blur
that.
now?
I don't. Yeah, it's gone. All gone. It's like
You watch the stream. How did you feel?
I
you
did
flew
a
there?
thing.
Hedge had his head in his hands at some point.
I did.
See, it's an amazing balance of, mildly intelligent to downright stupid. I like to think I walk that line every single day. Not necessarily on the right side.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was. It only dawned because I was just fine. I hadn't done any maths about winning in that, and it dawned on me like about 3-4 turns to the end, and it was like, yeah. So he wins by 2 points. I have to kill something else, and it was like, well, maybe I
But right at the end, you turned away and engaged Fenrir.
maybe I should have. Maybe I should have gone after Manaru a tiny bit earlier, as he'd lost
Would you
mind
like,
link.
would you like to show us what we... have you still got it?
now.
I can find it. I can find it.
Yes, we found something that we thought was a little bit appropriate for you in that situation.
Oh, right, okay.
Shoot the Manaru!
Shoot Manaru!
Shoot Manaru! God's sake.
Okay. Anyway, we must be near time for the
Yes,
next
I believe
round.
we are, so we're going to
We will let you get on.
Yeah, am I still on the table? I don't know.
We'll find out.
Probably
Probably
not. Yes, we did twice in a row, so we'll try and look for something.
We'll find some.
Thank you very much.
Well, that was interesting.
It was indeed. So Chris
both
doesn't
great
even...
competitors.
Yeah.
Fantastic people.
Absolutely, yes. Set myself back down. So Chris doesn't even remember that turn.
Yeah, there you go.
If he goes back, I suspect he'll be the same as me. He'll have his
Head in his hands.
Oh boy. Yes. So we don't know what the standings are yet.
No, we don't.
Shall we mark out a few lists that we've kind of got a few that we think could be
Okay,
interesting?
here you go. I'll bring up that. I'll go and find out what's happening.
Yep. Sure.
And we'll see how it goes.
Absolutely. So